As you continue jungling, you'll quickly realize that your jungling path is your most important tool. Being able to decide where you start, finish, and impact the map is so important that it is often what junglers live and die by and get rated on. So the better your path is, the better that you're going to be, and the better that you'll find advantages on the map that just weren't there before. Jungle pathing is one of the most important aspects of being a jungler. The route is simply the camps you choose to do in the path and how that leads you to pressure the map and gain advantages. An exceptional jungle route can lead to level, gold advantages, and better plays, while ensuing confusion in the enemy, as well as more time to make whatever moves you want to make on the map first, and with less chances of counterplay. The key to successful routes lies in pathing, awareness, timing, and prediction. Routes and pathing are moments where a jungler's creativity can really come to fruition. And as a jungler, you should feel comfortable stringing together any route that you want and playing to it. The basics behind creating your own routes are as follows. Jungle camps are 1 minute and 40 in respawn time. Buffs are at 5. Camps will not respawn if they are not fully cleared. Always keep in mind the opponent and his possible routes. That means every camp that you are doing, you think to yourself, where's the other guy at right now? When the opponent shows himself on the map, use a 10 of press tab, count his CS, and deduce his route and what his most likely next route will be. A full red side clear is 9 CS, a full blue side clear is 7 CS. If the numbers at any point don't add up, remember that Scuttle Crab also counts as CS. With this information, you can plan your next route and a possible safe trip into the enemy side for some unexpected ganks or counter jungling. Keep in mind the end point of routes and make sure that those are the areas you want to pressure by the time that you are there. Remember that Scuttle Crab is also a strong camp to take, especially when playing to one side or providing more defense to another. Here are some routes for you to get started with. The full clear. Start on the top side of the map, ground for blue, doubles for red, and make your way down the jungle, always going to the nearest available camp. This is also known as a farming route. It often leaves you too low to gank afterwards, but with more gold than any other, as you've done more camps. After you recall, go back to the first camp where you started, and then go for an invade to either lay wards down, counter jungle, or position yourself for a more successful gank. Afterwards, you can return to your side for Raptors and use Smite on it to find out wards on your way to your next gank or camp. The double buff level 3 gank. The most standard route out there. You do Crumbz or doubles onto the nearest buff, then the next buff, and you look for a gank afterwards. It often makes you the strongest person on the map at that time, as double buffs are rather important. And if a gank is unavailable immediately after, you can head to Scuttle Crab or use your double buffs to look for a fight inside the enemy's jungle, and more often than not you can win it as you have double buff advantage. The camp a side route. This one is the highest risk, highest reward, as you do all 3 camps of one side where you start, and then you gank right after. This works best for ganking top or bottom lane and gives you the element of surprise, but at a risk of losing your other side of the map if the opposing jungler sees your plan and reacts immediately. After being successful or unsuccessful with this route, look to split the map. You're in a lot of danger to be counter jungled on the opposite side of the map, so you want to be splitting. This means that instead of having 2 halves of the jungle being your sides, give up one and take over the enemies. This is incredibly effective for camping the side lanes, as the pressure is often too much and you might be able to play to your strong side while the opponent reacts and tries to play to his weak side.